Skol, Vikings Nation. What's good, you purple and gold warriors? Buckle up, because we're diving into the hottest Minnesota Vikings news as we gear up for the 2025 NFL season. The buzz is electric. Justin Jefferson is dropping truth bombs about the NFL's playoff system, and J.J. McCarthy is ready to take the reins as our QB1. Can this squad rise to the top of the NFC? Let's break it all down with passion, stats, and a whole lot of Skol spirit. Ready to feel the roar of US Bank Stadium? Here's the teaser. Jefferson's got a bone to pick with the NFL, and McCarthy's about to face the biggest test of his young career. Stick around to find out what's next for our Vikings. So, what's the vibe for 2025? The Vikings are coming off a roller coaster 2024 season, and now all eyes are on our new quarterback and our superstar wide receiver. We're talking high stakes, big dreams, and a fan base ready to see this team dominate. What do you think? Can J.J. McCarthy handle the pressure? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get into the first big story. Here's the plan. We're breaking this down into 10 action-packed segments, each one building the hype and keeping you locked in. From Jefferson's bold words to McCarthy's fresh start, we've got the latest Vikings updates straight from sources like Vikings.com and the buzz on X. Let's kick it off with the fire that's fueling our team. The NFL's playoff system is under fire, and who's leading the charge? None other than our superstar, Justin Jefferson. In a recent Yahoo Sports interview, J.J. didn't hold back, calling out the league's seeding rules. He's frustrated that teams with stellar records can still end up on the road in the playoffs. Picture this. A team fights all season, racks up wins, but gets sent packing to an away game in the wild card round. That's the kind of injustice Jefferson wants fixed. He made it clear, a 14-win team, like the Vikings could be this year, shouldn't be forced to play away. It definitely needs to go into consideration, Jefferson said, pointing out how a stacked record deserves home field advantage. Last season, the Vikings missed the playoffs at 7-10, but Jefferson's comments are a rallying cry for what could happen in 2025 if the team returns to its winning ways. Can you imagine the roar of US Bank Stadium hosting a playoff game? That's the dream. So what's the fix? Jefferson's pushing for a seeding system based on overall records, not just division winners. It's a bold stance, and it's got fans talking. Do you agree with J.J.'s? Should the NFL rethink its playoff format? Hit the comments and let's debate, because this could change everything for our Vikings in 2025. Let's talk about the man of the hour, J.J. McCarthy. Vikings Nation, our QB1 is stepping into the spotlight after a tough break last season. A torn meniscus in the 2024 preseason sidelined him for his entire rookie year, but McCarthy's been grinding behind the scenes. Now, at just 22, he's the youngest projected starter in the NFL for 2025. That's a massive distinction, and the pressure's on. McCarthy's got big shoes to fill after Sam Darnold's departure to the Seahawks. Darnold led us to a solid season, but the Vikings are betting on McCarthy's potential to take us further. His college stats at Michigan, 72.3% completion, 2,991 yards, 22 touchdowns, and just 4 picks, show he's got the arm and the smarts. But can he handle the NFL's big stage? That's the million-dollar question. The good news? McCarthy's not alone. He's got a stacked offense with weapons like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hockenson, and Aaron Jones. Coach Kevin O'Connell's QB-friendly system is tailor-made for him to shine. What's your take, Skol fans? Is J.J. ready to lead us to the promised land? Let's hear it in the comments. Justin Jefferson isn't just talking playoffs. He's mentoring McCarthy like a true captain. In that same Yahoo Sports interview, J.J. revealed he's been building chemistry with our young QB both on and off the field. Our lockers are right next to each other, Jefferson said, emphasizing how he's helping McCarthy get dialed in. That's the kind of leadership that makes Vikings Nation proud. Picture this. Jefferson and McCarthy spending the offseason throwing passes, talking strategy, and bonding. Jefferson's goal? To make McCarthy as confident in himself as J.J.'s is in him. I want him to be just as confident as I am of him to make the plays out there, he said. That's huge. Having the NFL's best wide receiver in your corner is a game changer. This duo could be electric. Jefferson's already shattered records, holding the most receiving yards through a player's first 5 seasons with 7,432. With McCarthy slinging the ball, can Jay Jettas hit 2,000 yards this season? Bengals' Jamar Chase thinks one of them will be the first to do it. What do you think, fans? Drop your predictions below. The Vikings' offense is loaded, and it's not just Jefferson stealing the show. Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones are ready to make life easy for McCarthy. Addison's averaged 66.5 catches, 893 yards, and 9.5 touchdowns per season in his first 2 years. Hawkinson's coming off a 2023 season with 95 catches for 960 yards. And Jones? He rushed for a career-high 1,138 yards last year. This is a dream team for any QB. But there's a catch. Addison's facing a possible 3-game suspension due to a 2024 DUI citation. He pleaded to a lesser charge, but the NFL's substance abuse policy could still sideline him. If Addison's out, can rookies like Ty Felton step up? The depth chart's looking spicy, but we need everyone firing on all cylinders. What's your vibe on this offense, Vikings fans? Can this crew carry us to the playoffs even if Addison misses time? And who's your breakout star for 2025? Let's get those comments rolling and keep the Skull spirit alive. The offensive line is getting a major upgrade, and that's music to Vikings fans' ears. Minnesota signed guard Will Fries to a 5-year, $88 million deal, and analysts like PFF's Trevor Sakima are hyping this unit as a potential top 4 in the NFL. Center Ryan Kelly's veteran presence is another boost, acting as a mentor for McCarthy. But there's a concern. Left tackle Christian Darrisaw's rehab from a major knee injury. Will he be ready for Week 1? A strong O-line is critical for a young QB like McCarthy. Last season, the Colts had a 45% success rate with Kelly on the field compared to 40% without him. That's the kind of impact we need. If Darrisaw returns to form, this line could be a fortress. But if he's not ready, can backups like Justin Skule hold it down? Skull Nation, what's your confidence level in this O-line? Are we set to protect McCarthy and dominate the trenches? Hit the comments and let's talk about it. On defense, Brian Flores is cooking up something special. Named one of the top coaches in the NFL, Flores' chaotic scheme has quarterbacks like Jared Goff sweating. The addition of edge rusher Dallas Turner at number 17 in the 2024 draft adds firepower to an already aggressive unit. Cornerbacks Byron Murphy Jr. and Isaiah Rodgers are also turning heads, with Rodgers labeled the most slept-on defender for 2025. Last season, Flores' defense kept opponents on their toes, and with Turner's athleticism, they could be even deadlier. But depth at cornerback is a question mark. If Rodgers and Murphy stay healthy, we're golden, but injuries could expose us. What do you think, fans? Is this defense ready to carry us in crunch time? Let's get your takes in the comments. Can Flores and this crew make the Vikings a top 10 defense in 2025? Skull. The 2025 schedule is no joke, and it's got Vikings Nation on edge. According to Sportsbook Review, Minnesota faces the 9th toughest fatigue index, with 4 games at a rest disadvantage, 4th most in the league. Add in a brutal stretch of 9 matchups against 2024 playoff teams, and it's clear McCarthy's first season as QB1 will be a trial by fire. Games like the season opener against the Falcons on September 14th and a Week 7 clash with the Eagles at US Bank Stadium will test our mettle. The Europe trip for an international game adds another layer of challenge. Can McCarthy and the Vikings handle this gauntlet? What's the toughest game on the schedule for you, Skull fans? Drop your thoughts below and tell us which matchup you're circling on the calendar. Let's get ready for a wild ride. Let's talk expectations. After a 7-10 season in 2024, the Vikings are a betting favorite to make the playoffs, with odds moving from plus 130 to minus 115. Fans and bettors are all in on this roster, but it all comes down to McCarthy. Some analysts, like Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox, predict growing pains, calling McCarthy a potential bust for 2025. Not as a player, but in meeting the sky-high expectations left by Darnold's 14-win hypothetical season. On the flip side, CBS Sports' Tyler Sullivan sees the Vikings' deep roster as a reason for optimism. With Jefferson, Addison, and a bolstered O-line, 12 wins isn't out of the question, even if McCarthy stumbles. What's your prediction, Vikings Nation? Are we a playoff lock? Or will McCarthy's inexperience hold us back? Hit the comments with your win total predictions and let's see who's got the best crystal ball. Randy Moss, a Vikings legend, dropped a massive compliment for Justin Jefferson, saying he's on pace to be arguably the greatest WR ever. That's high praise from one of the all-time greats. Moss wants Jettas to keep scoring touchdowns to cement his legacy, but there's no denying his impact. Jefferson's already the best in Vikings history, sorry, Chris Carter fans. With 7,432 receiving yards in 5 seasons, Jefferson's rewriting the record books. But Moss says he needs to get in that box more, aka the end zone. Can Jefferson take it to the next level with McCarthy throwing him the ball? What's your favorite Jettas moment, Skull fans? Let's hear it in the comments. Is Jefferson already the GOAT? Or does he need a Super Bowl to seal it? Alright, Vikings Nation, it's time to wrap this up with a Skull chant. The 2025 season is shaping up to be a wild ride. With Justin Jefferson calling for NFL changes, J.J. McCarthy stepping into the QB1 spotlight, and a roster built to compete. We've got the talent, the coaching, and the passion to make a deep playoff run. But we need you, the best fans in the NFL, to bring the energy. What's got you most hyped for 2025? Is it McCarthy's potential, Jefferson's dominance, or Flores' defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more Vikings news and updates. Share this video with your fellow Skull fans, and let's pack US Bank Stadium with purple pride. Skull Vikings, let's make 2025 our year. See you in the comments, and let's keep the fire burning.